Hi, this is Janice Arlo, and I am here as your trip guide for the evening, leading Group Three's movement into the future to assess transfer of training on the embodiment exercise we just did in class. Please remain seated and relaxed as we ease our way into the future. So here in January of 2016, we have distributed surveys to all the relevant participants. Kelly was given additional evaluative measures before our training began back in October and again here in January. We've asked several of these participants to share their experience with you.
My name is Kelly Moore, and I'm the current head coach for the James Madison University Varsity Cheerleading Squad. I also serve as the on-court and on-field host for our basketball and football teams. Now, because of these positions, I'm very well aware of my posture and my body language, basically just to make sure that I'm carrying myself. A lot of times I'll forget how I'm actually feeling, though, and after the lessons from this class, I found myself very much more grounded and secure in how I'm feeling on the inside. So it does come across on the outside a little bit better. If I'm sad, I show it. If I'm happy, I show it. So I feel great about my self-awareness now.
I felt more complete. I would say that my body felt more as one, together, all parts working together. The breathing, the lengthening, the widening, the deepening felt empowering, strong. When I think about an activity that I'm used to, such as rugby, the idea is to think big, be big. So in that exercise, I could feel my body getting taller, wider, longer, deeper. I felt bigger. Made me feel at peace, focused, directional, more together, cohesive.
That the technology has kind of changed the way we do things, and not necessarily in a good way, because, for example, back 10 years ago when I was doing a lot of training in the corporate sector, it was all face-to-face and it was all very physical. But these days, so much of what we do is online, and you're constantly in front of a computer and you're not necessarily paying attention to your body, and that's not a good thing. So, people are ending up with health issues and things like arthritis in their spines and, muscle aches in their shoulders because they're bent over computers all the time. I really think it's a good idea to be paying attention to those kinds of things.
So I've known Jenna for about 4 or 5 years now, but in the past 3 months I have noticed she has a bigger presence. She seems to walk taller. She seems more focused and engaged in conversation, and when she's speaking, it's as if her whole entire body is participating in the conversation. Beyond working in LTLE together, being at rugby, I have noticed, even though she is a smaller person, she seems larger than she has in the past years. Again, just having more of a presence.
In Tolheimer's model, the learning environment is responsible for understanding, remembering, and motivation. Remembering is key for transfer, and organizational support is essential to make that occur. To assess organizational support of transfer, we ask faculty to evaluate opportunities for on-the-job learning, motivation, and resilience support. Where it feels in your body, where it goes. And we're going to pay attention to 3 aspects of your body: length, width, and depth. So starting at your feet, I want you to just feel a slight stretching and lengthening through the back of your legs, up into your pelvis, again up the back of your spine and the back of your neck, and feel a lengthening in your body.
Well, we probably ought to be talking about it more in classes, I think. I think when my students see me standing at my desk working, that's a good thing. And when they see Dr. Griffin and I at UREC in the morning, that's a good thing. But it would be nice if we could actually integrate that somehow into the courses that we're teaching.
As a principal, I wanted to have a healthy staff because I would cut down absence rates. Plus, it gives a message to the students. If teachers there all the time, then it tells them, well, maybe I ought to be there too.
When I stopped spending a lot of time doing really physical activities, my mental acuity wasn't as good.
And thank you so much for joining us here in 2016. Please remain seated and calm as we return to October 12th, 2015.